On the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
21.
Here's McKinnon. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Ryan Shazier with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Garoppolo in trouble here, and down he goes. Back
back at the 8-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
21. Here we go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Winston. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyler Eifert, 35 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A dump down to McKinnon. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
11.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baldwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 46 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Garoppolo now. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait, 20. Wait, 80.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gould is able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ready. White 25.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. On the move to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught by Nelson left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Winston, running the option left here. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Well, this may be a free play for Winston. Quick hitch, complete. It's Washington. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Jameis to throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
3 down. 11.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Winston. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 30, the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on 1st down. Webster going for the deep. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10. Webster over the middle. Cooper with it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Webster. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over them into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Over! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st down, Webster. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go.
Toss play to McKinnon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 4th down, Webster. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
James has got it, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Throwing on first down. Webster. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard!
Now McKinnon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Off play action. Webster. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Webster. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders get a score closer. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis now going to run the option to the right. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Screen, triple C. Hey, let's go.
Out of his end zone, Winston. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue lady. It's white. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 white. Sonny.
Jameis now on 1st down. Throwing the out route and